don't like it, I don't like it, I don't like it here. You wouldn't like it, nobody likes it here.
Yeah, so the next step for the studio is to get everything moved out into the to the shed outside. That's if we keep the shed, because also we're probably going to build a little barn behind that by the road, just so I can put all my tools, my lawnmowers, and storage stuff. Then convert the outside to a studio.
For real cattle production.
Yes. And so if we do, then and so we have an actual a studio that we can work with and improve on.
I guess if we come back, it means you won Pod Wars.
I just had to wait you out. I know you guys.
This is Jeff,
Yeah.
my erstwhile and absent co-host.
Yeah. But also in that we could still salvage Knights of Nerd-A-Lot. Kind of do it
I might just kill it.
just might kill it.
Just might kill
And
it.
just work with our shows, because it's saying 15 Minutes in Hell is basically Knights of Nerd-A-Lot. A better, shorter version of Knights of Nerd-A-Lot. You guys that's the thing, because also for the version of Knights of Nerd-A-Lot, we got United Nerds Union. So we can do with that whatever Knights of Nerd-A-Lot we can do with that. So, what about your paranormal chats? Because with that one, I think we could probably just keep and just do that do a seasonal show on that one towards the fall and all that during spooky seasons.
I don't know. It's only got 2 episodes on it anyways.
Yeah.
This awkward pause is brought to you by Kaiju Review for You.
This food break was brought to you by the soon extinguished Knights of Nerd-A-Lot. But also with it, because if it comes down to it, you guys can easily come back to it, because that's I don't care to pay for this stuff, because my subscription to Spreaker goes out in I think next year in May or something like that. So that's the thing, I've gotten a lot of use of. The only thing is you would need to help me convert everything over to
Transistor?
Yeah, to Transistor.
Maybe we could merge our production and just be the Real Geeks Productions.
Yeah. And that's the thing, I don't post as much. I still post on the Kaiju Review, and every podcast that we do is posted on the Facebook page or the production page. Because here soon enough, once everything kind of calms down, we need damn it, we're gonna need to monetize something, and by far 15 Minutes in Hell is probably going to be the one that's
It's 15 minutes in.
And then once we get and also once we probably get some Through the Eyes of an Instant up.
Yeah, which we need to watch. I don't know which one I want to watch, because I really want to watch In the Pale Moonlight with you, because it's such a good episode. But then I was watching Voyager last night. I'm like, Tinker Tailor Dr. Spy is so good.
You just need to make a list of what, because that was the original plan, was I would do some with Sam and I would do some with you, and then
You're not gonna do it with Sam. Sam never does podcasts.
the few he shows up, he usually gets interrupted. But also trying to get a hold of him on the weekend, that's the problem.
Yeah.
Unless I plan ahead and he's awake. But also, since my whole schedule's probably gonna have to change due to,
Because the premise for Tinker Tailor Dr. Spy is the doctor has put into daydreaming into a subroutine, and it's not just that.
yeah,
There's a species called the hierarchy and like their specialty is like
This is the preview of Through the Eyes of an Ensign.
their specialty is like long range surveillance. Like they can see what's going on inside of a ship from light years away.
Yeah.
And one of them is able to tap into the doctor's daydreaming.
Yeah.
And he thinks what he's seeing is real. But he has no reason to think otherwise.
Yeah.
And in the doctor's daydreaming, 7 of 9 and the doctor and B'Elanna are all wanting to like fuck him. And he gets made the emergency command hologram and has this weapon called the photonic cannon that destroys a Borg cube in one shot. And so his daydreams start to destabilize, and it's because that guy's spying on him. And that guy, their ship is they've decided to take his information and attack Voyager. And when he
Is
realizes
this the episode with the cheese?
no, when this guy realizes that what he's been seeing is daydreaming, and that Voyager does not have a photonic cannon and is going to be destroyed, he feels really bad. So he contacts the doctor and is like, explains the situation and everything. And so to keep up the ruse of all this shit true, they make him the emergency command hologram. And he has to bluff his way out of it. It's so good. It's so good. The opening is the doctor is singing opera. And then Tuvok starts laughing. And
So how long was Tuvok in, like, Voyager?
the whole run.
And isn't that the one that Janeway killed, or...
Tuvix.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, no, because there was a transport accident.
Yeah.
And Tuvok and Nilix got merged into one person.
Yeah. It's not like Glork. Good old Glork.
Glork? You're mispronouncing
Your own character.
mispronunciation.
Good old Gork.
Glork.
I'll just keep adding letters. Good old Abork.
But and then Tuvok starts like attacking people, and the doctor keeps singing, but he's like, Tuvok is going to have through Ponfar, and it's why he's irrational. And he starts singing to Tuvok. It's fucking amazing. But that's probably my favorite Voyager episode.
So, I finished the Gamer anime.
Damn, bro, I need to watch the Del Toro anime now.
It's so good. That's saying they only did the first one, which is sad.
Like the first book?
Well, no, they only did like the first series, like the first 8.
Okay, that sounds good. That's a complete story though.
Yeah,
It's so good.
it is. 10 out of 10. It is a perfect slice of cheese pizza.
Yes, it is. And now the second series, they're throwing shit on it that I don't like.
For now, yeah. Once you get to the point where Jasmine's whole drama kind of pulls in, I'm just like, that's the saying. Like it's a rough start, and it gets better, but it gets better.
But I understand Jasmine. I'm not irritated with her. Even if she falls for the Shadow Lord's ruse and everything, it's like her best friend doesn't want anything to do with her right now. Doesn't want to talk to her. Her dad doesn't want anything to do with her and just stays locked up with her best friend. And then she can't ever go outside. No, she's totally validated in how she feels and everything she does. It's Leaf's fault that everything gets fucked up.
Because there's a point.
You didn't even tell me.
Me.
I'm not a part of this.
Yeah, me meow. Meow. Yeah, me meow.
I'll go through this for later.
I'm coming over tonight, so.
Yeah, I know.
Eh.
Yeah,
Do you know what you want to eat tonight?
I'll eat something before you get there. You fend for yourself. Uh-oh.
Oh,
Uh-oh.
Sacre bleu.
Uh-oh. You shut now. You have to fend for yourself,
Papa
Alex.
on the balls fell.
Yeah.
Come look at fend for yourself, Jessica. More Alex and fend for yourself. More Alex.
Do you need anything from the store before I leave tonight? Huh?
Ooh, she taught you that one.
And she takes my shirt and runs.
Go into the freezer.
We
Okay.
want to stock up on hand lotion later.
Yeah.
Really. Here. You got a luck.
Yeah. This revenge plot has been brought to you by by Through the Eyes of an Ensign. I may not survive through the night, everyone, so if I die, support the show.
Through the eyes of a dead man.
Through the eye. You know what, man? Like if the paranormal one dies, that should be through like our next show, Through the Eyes of a Dead Man. How many times I've been close to death?
You know, if Nerd-A-Lot dies, I'm not gonna be that upset because it's like it's a minor miracle that we did as much as we did.
Yeah.
It's taken us 10 years to do what we did.
Yeah. You're just like you're upset, but you're not as upset because you're happy you at least started it this time.
Yeah. But like starting a podcast and getting successful anymore, it takes a lot.
It does take a lot. And it's also with it, like, you gotta spend a little money for advertising and all that stuff, and that's like where the big problem is for us, like, we just don't spend any money on advertising yet. But also we're slowly growing, like, on different podcasts. I want to at least try to get, like, a good amount of everything else, because, like, I could probably monetize Kaiju Review and, like, 15 minutes.
I don't know if I want to monetize 15 minutes. It would take away from the purity of the podcast.
Yeah. Or even if I spend like $10 and get it out there for a few weeks, kind of Facebook it that way.
Because there's a podcast I love, Trekcast, and last year they monetized, and they were finally big enough to monetize. And I'm bombarded with commercials in that show.
If we were to do it, I would do 2 commercials.
I don't know if you get to pick depending on like how you're how it's being monetized.
Well, it's just like, that, or if we get like a sponsor or something like that, that's when you'd be able to really do something. But
See, sponsor would be, I would be more happy to do that because then you could just talk about the sponsor and then do your show.
But like, if you're going to sponsor something, if I'm going to sponsor something, it's something I actually use. You know what I mean?
Use or, can understand why it would be useful.
Yeah. No Raid Shadow Legends. Absolutely no. I am not getting on that train. I am not doing like Raid Shadow Legends. If I'm being honest, if I was going to do a video game, like a game, I'd do we'll do Star Trek, or we'll do Godzilla like Battle Legends or something like that. We'll do something that like we actually enjoy doing.
Yeah. Well, that would make sense to hobby.
But looks like that's
all our time in hell.
Yeah. So let's cut the commercial and get the hell out.
Hurry up! We're not even supposed to be on this podcast. The Real Cuddle Productions is...
At least Walter's open this
Mr.
morning.
C, we don't have time for this. The Real Cuddle Productions deals with streaming and podcasts of that sort of thing. And
Hurry up, Neil!
These are all podcasts
You're
we do.
obviously
Look up
trying
Kaiju
to
Review
hide
for
them.
You.
Yeah.
Through the Eyes of an Ensign. Part 2, Nami. 15 Minutes of Hell. Which episodes get published weekly. Yeah. Let's hurry up before we're found out.
Honestly.
What are you doing?
Oh no.
No, unless you're talking about like the new guy, like the new trainee.
Thank you for listening to this podcast by the Real Cuddle Productions.
No,
We hope you enjoyed it as much as we did making it. Reach out to us on our Facebook page at facebook.com/The Real Cuddle Productions, or at our email at kaijureviewforyou@gmail.com.